In this video, I'll give you a quick overview of indexed substitution in Xenon. For efficient project engineering, substitution allows you to use one screen for two or more pieces of equipment and assign variables and functions to them, which can save you a lot of time and effort. You might already be familiar with how to use substitution by replacing links in the Engineering Studio. With indexed substitution, variables and functions can be replaced dynamically using indexing rules or element-specific parameters when switching screens in the service engine. For this example, I have created two tanks in the Hall screen that I assigned some variables to. We now want to have a detail screen of each tank displaying variables related to it. We want this detail screen to pop up when we click a button in the service engine. Before we can create a pop-up window for our detail screen, we need to create a new frame. In the Properties window under Positioning, select Relative to Element so it will come up right next to the button you click to open it. Under General, select the option Frame can be opened multiple times so that the same frame can be used for different pop-up windows which are open at the same time. Once the frame is created, we can create our pop-up screen. On the screen, go ahead and create 5 dynamic text elements to display the variables for the tank's temperature sensor, as well as 5 numeric values to display the temperature values. We are now ready to create our screen switch function. Select the newly created pop-up screen as target. In the Configuration dialog, select the Replace Indices tab. Here enter tank 1 as source, followed by an asterisk. For target, enter param between curved brackets, because for this example, we will be using parameters defined at the dynamic element, for example a button, for our substitution. This means that variables beginning with tank 1 will be replaced by the parameter. After selecting Add Rule, you can see that the newly created indexing rule is added to the list and that the preview is updated. From now on, we can also apply this edited function to the Details Tank 2 button. In the detail view, you can see that the parameter string of our newly created screen switch function has the appendix index, indicating that indexed substitution will be executed in the service engine. Now all you have to do is drag the function onto the Details Tank 1 button and set the parameter for substitution directly at the element properties of the button under the Variable Function Properties group. The text you enter here is inserted in the screen switch function wherever this param placeholder was used. Since this is tank 1, we enter tank 1. We'll now link this function to the Details Tank 2 button, except this time we enter tank 1 as parameter for substitution. Save and compile your project and go to the service engine. When we click the details buttons in the service engine, the pop-up screens are opened with the variables related to tank 1 and tank 2 respectively. Since we configured the frames for our pop-up screens to be opened multiple times, the pop-up screens can be opened at the same time in the service engine, and we can compare detailed information about the tanks side by side. More information on this topic can be found in the Xenon help under Manual, Screens, Edit Screen Elements, Replacing Linking of Variables and Functions, Replace Indices. Thanks for watching.